You're welcome. Yeah, I've been having a lot of coffee lately. Okay, welcome back to my personal save. We are on summer day 8. And we're gonna just be focusing on Caldaris until we hit 8 stars today. Oh my god, thank you for the spicy water chestnuts. That's weird. Okay, while we're doing this, I'm probably also just gonna be letting my animals in and out. Oh, you're pissed at me, huh? Yeah, I forgot to. I'm so sorry. Go inside. Don't be mad at me. Thank you! I did some decorating too. I'm trying to do like a cottagecore theme. I feel like I'm kind of nailing this, you guys. I do not have enough to teleport, so we're gonna have to physically see Caldaris every single day. Chat is always spicy. God, I hope so. I think I have some things over here I can pick up too. Silver ore for you. We'll get that done at another point. I know, do you love the hats? You can buy some of the hats from Hayden. And then, how did I get some of the other hats? I feel like I got them via quests. You want an easy essence hack? Yeah. I had felt like the best way to get essence was either watering crops or going in the mines. Where is he? Is he inside? I went by him. Damn it. Claire, hi! Claire, how are you doing, babe? Oh, there you are. Come here. Come to mama. Trimming your claws. Don't say it. Don't say it. Babe, if we're going to do what I want us to do, you're going to have to trim those claws. All right? Please, I don't want to shrivel up. All right, here, take this. Take this. Take this. You're welcome. Okay, now we're going to go back home and go to the next day. That's what we're going to be doing. Shut up, Golden. Golden! Golden, I love you. How are you doing today? Oh, nice! Well, shouting, who needs a man? I love it. What have you been working on for DIY? My favorite thing is when you actually listen to what I say and then I'm like aghast that you responded to me. It's my favorite thing from anybody. I'm just gonna sell this stuff. Wait, hold on. Do I need it? No. No, it's not Majestic. Do you know Pusheen? Jamie, do you know Pusheen? It's by the same people that made Pusheen, the cat. I know, it sounds weird, but it's true. But it is very much inspired by Stardew. It's a little bit more narrative heavy than Stardew, but still, it's a farming and life simulator. Oh, the door. Nice. Very nice. That's going to be good. Now, do I have any crops that are ready? Oh, I have that. I don't know if I need some of these. Oh, boy. Catman. Okay, so I need to save one of you. What else do I need to save? I need to save one of you. One of you. We're fine with selling the other ones. I don't have time to plant. We have love on the line. That I can sell fully. We're good over here. Yeah, the one that I was talking about is called Moonlight Peaks for the Switch. You're gonna love it. You will literally love it. It's so fun. Golden, thank you. Don't fucking say it. Oh, a tomato. Did I have another tomato to sell, or was it only one tomato? I think it was only one, right? It was only one. I'll wait until they're done again, and then I'll feed them. Pretty babies, come out. How are we doing on their heart level? We've got mostly 2 hearts. Lemon needs some extra love and care. Lauren, what did you say, by the way? Ruby rank, congrats, Deanna. Dig and undig the same plot. It uses energy, but it'll tend to give you some. That's it? Oh, that is huge. That's a great way to just, like, grind it out. No, that's fair. I love my Stream Deck, but I can understand because it's heavier, and then you also have peeling wallpaper. You also have the issue with the Stream Deck. I wish the battery life was better. Can you have more than 1 pet, or is it a mod? I think you can only have 1 pet. What you're seeing right now for me, if I go to the pet section, I have 1 mount, I have 1 pet, and then the rest of the animals are the barnyard animals. Girl, get off your horse. Oh, it won't? It'll charge if I'm playing it. That's weird. I wonder if it's like a wire issue. He's outside again. I love not breaking into... Are you reading a scroll? What are you doing? Hi, Red, White, and Stone. Shooby, hi. We are trying to date Dragon Daddy today. This is all we're focusing on. Oh, about the history of the temple. Okay. Dark Ages mentioned. Perhaps I missed it. You might have been sleeping for that, my dude. You might have been. You might have been. Here, take this. Humans are truly better, clever beings. Oh, we're so close. I can taste it. Hi, how are you doing? What would you like me to call you, honey? Red? Let me know. How are you doing today? Oh, Shelby, I'm so proud of you. Can we get some love and hype and congrats in the chat? That's amazing. Or do you have some time off now? Do you get to relax? Red is perfect? Okay, cool. Glad to hear it. Have you been playing Fields of Mistria? Do. Yeah, I got all of Kaldaris's loved gifts ready to go so we can sort of just spam it, which will be fun. But yeah, our days are going to be very short. Okay, animals, I'm so happy that you're doing well with all your hats. I think the beret hat is my favorite. I need more chicken hats. Oh, shoot. You know what? I haven't been watering my crops. Hold on. Okay. Let me fix that real quick. Oh, did you? Was late on giving the feedback. Of course. Of course. An animal festival? Baylor's birth. I'm ignoring the birthdays because, okay, I'm going to share something with y'all because I was doing this wrong. So there is a, hold on. Can I share my screen for a second? 1 second, chat. You can see this, right? Okay. So I'm trying to achievement hunt in this game and I made a big mistake. Big mistake. So one of the achievements is gift every villager a liked or loved gift on their birthday. Okay? I was gifting out the universal liked gift of the cow donut, but it's not listed on their liked gifts when you go to the heart area. So I was not doing this correctly. Just in case you're not doing it correctly, now you know. We can't do it that way. It has to be done in a specific manner. So I'm just like not going to pay attention to the birthday gifts right now until we get back into the springtime, and then I have to do a full year. So it kind of sucks. On 10 winter. Oh, good. We got more tomatoes. At least these grow back. Are these done? Oh, those are watermelon. Do you not get essence from doing this? Come on, man. I'm trying so hard. I'm clicking. You're being so cruel. It's magic. Yeah, we have the magic element in here, and I would say Moonlight Peaks is more like paranormal-esque. Give item. Woo! Legendary bug pheromones. What does that do again? Oh, I actually need that for the museum. Okay, we'll drop off some stuff at the museum today before we go and see Keldaris. Oh, 10 winter? Okay. Is there anything that goes on during the summer or autumn time? There's got to be a festival that I'm missing, right? You haven't really been into the game. That's so, Rick, that is so fair. I get that. I will say out of a lot of the other farming sims, I feel like this one is the most similar to other ones, which is great if you enjoy those other games. But if you're looking for something really different, it's probably not gonna scratch that itch. Hi, Steph. How you doing? I can't believe I dropped Baylor so fast. And we even missed his birthday. God. The times do be changing. You're doing good today? Hell yeah. Yeah, I would say Moonlight Peaks, Palia, Animal Crossing, and obviously Stardew. I feel like it stands out a little bit more than Fields of Mistria. But like, obviously, I still love them both. I'm just trying to help y'all make the best financial decision for you, you know? Alan, thanks for a year! Alan, how are you doing, honey? Kept my wings in this form. No, bring your wings back. No, I want them in bed. In our shared bed that's going to be soon. But it would be your bed right now, but it's going to be... Never mind. Hi, Pity. Thanks for 59 months. How are you doing, honey? You bought it. Let's go. I hope you love it. It's genuinely so fun. I dropped him like a hot potato for Keldaris. I mean, look at him. He is hot. See? See? You get it. You get it. You're so welcome. I feel like Keldaris is a little neurodivergent. Am I the only one that's getting that? Like, I love him even more. I get him? Is this gonna be for the museum too, or no? Yeah, nice. We have a lot of stuff to drop off at the museum. Allie, you're doing good? You start school next week, amazing! What have you been up to? How's your summer been? Anything new or exciting? The item spawner for essence stones, you can use them and do the wait, the item spawner for essence stones. Hold on. But will it just give me essence? Like, if this is in my inventory, then what do I do? Is that a dumb question? Oh, wait. Oh my God, I just found this out. Lauren, I'm gonna kiss you on the mouth. Thank you so much. Kip just walked by and was like, what? I didn't know that you could use them like that. I had no idea. A whole new world of cheating. Deepwood insects. Summer crops. Is that a pickle? Summer flower. I think I'm growing this one currently. Terrarium treasures. Very good. You love the monster who falls in love with the human and tried to learn our ways of life and traditions, right? It's a tale as old as time. Me too, Alan. I'm over it. I've started wearing sweatshirts and I shouldn't because I feel like I'm overheating, but then I just make my air condition even more cool. I just can't do it. I'm just done. Who has mail for me today? I can't deal with anybody else. Oh, you gave me toasted sunflower seeds. I'm getting a lot of recipes. I do kind of wish that was an achievement because I'm just getting so many. And it, for other people, it would matter. But for me, it doesn't really matter. Oh, that's right. Okay, I'll ask him the next time. For now, we'll keep it to like an earlobe caress. That's fine. That's fine. Nice. Oh my God, chat. If we hit level 69 while we're live on stream, we're gonna have to celebrate, okay? I don't think I brought my animals in. I think they're gonna be mad at me. Don't be mad at me, bruh. How do I miss some of these crops? Yeah, I think that's the one that I'm growing, but I need that for the museum. I know, I'm sorry. I know you were out all night. I know. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to. Get out of my way. He romanced Jupiter. We can kiss. Okay, perfect. Good, now I can at least teleport over. 20 essence a day just to see my man. Is he not in here? Where are you? No, come here. The pines are familiar to you? Aw, that's so romantic. Here, have this. I don't remember what I'm giving to you. What spring tastes like as a single dish. Oh, he really liked that one. Ugh. We're hovering, chat. And I'm so sorry. No, but really, this man, he doesn't understand that I'm watching him. I think that's the problem. Like, he's this mystical being, and he's not picking things up. Oh, candied walnuts. Chad, I'm gonna candy your walnut. Just gonna sell this little one. What is this? Tea. I don't really need money, so I've just been selling stuff. Hi, Big Mama. How you doing? Hi, Card Shark. Taco non-raid. We were talking about taco earlier. Oh, there's taco flavored Cheez-Its, and I was like, does Taco know about this? So I was like, listen, you know? Big Mama, how are you doing today? How was Taco stream? Taco noped out and told us to come here. Well, I appreciate that. I do. It's really, really kind. What was Taco playing today? Is he back on Dreamlight? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thanks, Lauren. Every time I want to come back, something happens, and I'm like, nope, we're playing another game right now. Okay, the tea is not ready. I really love this little section that I've set up over here. Hi, Gigs! Gigs, how are you? Can my man be in here? He keeps walking away from me. Stop that. Henrietta sounds to be a proud and noble creature. I would like to meet her someday. We can once we've canoodled. Oh, I find this really funny. So I was looking at his loved and liked gifts, right? The statuette of Caldaris is one of his loved gifts. That's so funny to me. Genuinely so fun. No, come here. What are we doing? Come here. Stop moving. They used to carry your statue around. You're welcome. I feel like it's a little vain. If I'm being honest, like it's a little vain. I'm just gonna grab some flowers. Hi, Taco! You're like, go over here. Go over here, goodbye. I get it. I didn't raid on Monday. I get it. Oh my God, thank you, honey. How are you today? How's Wednesday? Steph, that's what I'm saying. The besties. He was shopping for new boots. Taco, did you shop for some new boots? Were your boots made for walking? I want some fall boots. Okay, I gotta bring my animals. I gotta put you away. The pop star stuff and the moon star. Oh, really? Wait. Is this the Hannah Montana, Lizzie McGuire stuff dropped today? Fuck. See, if I could stream like 1 or 2 more days a week, this would be fine. We wouldn't have a problem. But in my current capacity, we cannot. Taco got a taco. I love it. Ain't nobody normal. Babe, I've never been normal a day in my life. It's vastly overrated for number 1, but still. Oh my God, Shubi, enjoy your ramen. Hannah Montana this week. Oh my God. I wish I knew. I could have dressed up. You know? It's the best of both worlds. But you said it's in the shop, so is it only clothing? It's not like an actual DLC? I think I misunderstood. Taco, thank you so much for gifting out a sub to Card Shark. Card Shark, welcome on back. Thank you, sweetheart. I do want to go to the Saturday market because I recently added 2 new vendors and I don't know if I bought everything from them. And also, do I have... You can sometimes get requests from the Saturday vendors, which sucks because you have to wait until Saturday to give them the request. But we don't have any open right now. Clothes and a Popstar related premium items. Oh, I didn't realize it was such a blatant cash grab. Damn. But I'm assuming it's going to be in the shop for a while, right? All premium shop items. Damn. Yeah. Okay, so we already had those 2. Where did the new vendors go? Those aren't the new ones. Oh, they're up here. Rice. Oh, they're cooking challenges. Oh. Whoa, you get a lot of renown from this. What is it, just a rice ball? Oh my God, my finger slipped. Rice ball. And listen, sometimes a cash grab can be amazing. That there can be more to it than that. But that's what it is. And also, if you like it and you bought it, I'm not saying anything about you. I promise. I promise. Same with you, Red? Hell yeah. Do you think it's acceptable? Also, who the fuck are you? You're like Zach from Saved by the Bell right now. Okay. That 100 renown was so worth it. And I got a crock pot from that too. Yeah. They don't make enough as it is. They're poor. Now, what place is that? What is this? Snake oil. Venom for 6 hours. Fire for 6. Oh, this is good. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I have a lot of money. I can't even buy the Halo because I don't have enough money. God damn. Do we want mini? Ooh, wait a minute. We gotta think about this. I need a wedding dress. I know we're not dating yet, but I'm gonna need a wedding dress to get married. So I feel like the court dress would look beautiful for that. Hunter's bow, court suit, dancer's flower, hunter's boots. That's kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, you can get the deluxe storage chest from here. And I'm pretty sure I already have the ice box at my house. Animated snow globe? Wait. And a bird fountain? Brother, yup. Oh, yeah. Fast food. Oh, it can increase your speed. Cool. Well, like, he doesn't know we're gonna date and get married. It's all part of the master plan, you see. Don't tell Caitlin you got a crock pot. Okay, I won't. He's a booty hole. Tell me how you really feel. Oh, I love it. Wait, the fade and raid. Yeah. Taco Irish raid. Please. Can I say something? So y'all know about the Irish goodbye, right? Which is what we're talking about right now, where it's like you just sneak out. You don't say bye to everybody. Okay, I experienced that in my life from my Irish side of my family. But I also want to raise you this one, which is the Italian goodbye, okay? Where you spend 2 hours saying goodbye to people and you eventually circle back around and you continue to say goodbye to people. I experienced that at my godfather's house. My mom would be like, yeah, we getting ready to leave? And I'm looking at 7:30. I'm like, okay, let's start the timer in my head. You gotta say goodbye to everybody, and they're pinching your cheeks and they're sending you home with meatballs and food and everything. And it's like 8. It's like 8 by the time we get home. We lived 5 minutes down the street. Anywho, I just think that's so funny. Yeah. Yeah. The Italian goodbye. Mangia, mangia. Bellissimo. Oh, you're sitting here. I didn't even notice you. Taste can jog the memory and the tongue of a dragon is particularly keen. Don't say it. Golden? Don't say it. Oh. I liked where this was going, but I didn't like the last sentence. I'll fill up your spice cabinet. Okay, here you go. There you go. Yes. First, I will study this gift. And then I will eat it. Oh, okay. Okay. That's a southern goodbye in your family. Takes an hour to say goodbye to everybody. It's crazy, isn't it? Oh, hold on. Do I need to bring these? No. Pears? No. I'm surprised we didn't need these. Devs knew what they were doing. They're making me sweat is what they're doing. All right, we have 2 more loved gifts. Where are we at for our heart levels? I think we only need 1 more gift and we're going to get to 8. I think we just need 1 more. Oh my God, you guys, this is so exciting. This is so flipping exciting. Can't wait to... I'm very excited for the, what do you call them? The cutscenes. I'm gonna scream. And also, I haven't been grinding this out. When you unlock Keldaris in his human form, you already hit 6 hearts. So if you don't want to date him, he could be your best friend for another one of the achievements, just as an FYI. Oh, Elsie? Okay. So I'm assuming I have to hit 8 hearts first and then Elsie will visit me? All right. All right. I haven't been watering my crops. Don't say it. Golden, thank you. I'm so excited, you guys. The wagon, daddy. This is just magnificent news. Sounds like a plan. I love plans, especially when I stick to them. Pity, thanks for the hydrate. I didn't hit another level, right? Okay. This should be it. I'm gonna give you this thick sandwich. It is difficult to remember. Yeah! I see the ingredients are placed between 2 slices of bread, an upper and lower layer, like earth and sky. There is something metaphorical about it, is there not? I think Keldaris would love my salami sandwiches. You're so welcome. Okay, you said Elsie now. Elsie has to come and visit me. She better be there tomorrow. I'm gonna fight her. She better get her act together. Love it when a plan comes together. Okay, respectfully, screw my animals right now. I want to wake up. She better be at my front door. She better be at my front door. Everybody's gonna get the fist if nobody is there. Prepare accordingly. Chat, TNV fist in the chat. Unless you sent... Oh. Wait. Yeah! Yes, of course. I have nothing planned. I take it back! Remove the fists! Or you can post them for another reason. I was hoping you might join me for a meal if you have the time. There is something I would like to speak with you about. Please meet me at my temple at your convenience, Caldaris. Oh my god, this is so unexpected! And by that, he means like teleport inside his home, right? Okay. Welcome, Krista. I'm glad that you could make it. I'm sorry, am I making too much noise? Are you mad at me? What is it? Come here, I'll rub your bummy. Sorry, I upset Charlotte with my howling. Please, take a seat. I'm nearly done preparing our meal. Is this a date? Is this just like a friendship thing? Absolutely, Shuby. 100%. What is he making? What if it's gross? What if I have to pretend to like it? I think that should do it. Here you are, freshly made onion soup. Okay. Do you have cheese? It's customary to serve soup first in this era, is it not? I hope that it is to your taste, Krista. Keeping the onions whole and unpeeled was creative. It's so good. I would eat this every day of my life. Is it really? I admit that the onions were somewhat challenging to work with. This is literally a bloomin' onion in soup form. I am glad that leaving them whole and unpeeled preserved their flavor. Ugh. Please, have as much as you like. Where are my Tums? She'll visit tomorrow? Okay. Thank you, Lauren. Gulp. I ate the whole thing. Oh, I really like him. You know, lately I've been making an effort to learn more about human customs. I gather there are limits to what one can glean from observation alone. I believe that more first-hand experiences will be essential to understand the many intricacies of my new situation. I'm grateful that you are here, Krista. I feel that I can truly rely on you. You mentioned there was something you wanted to talk about. Well, yes, there is. But first, kiss? I seem to be forgetting my manners. Kiss? Allow me to serve you the next dish I have prepared. Okay, I'll take it. I hope not. I hope we're not his situation. Shrek ate a whole unpeeled onion, so why can't we? We're not an ogre, Shuby. Mushroom rice? Okay. I could be down to clown with this. Uh-oh, what? Do you find it agreeable? Oh, we used a lot of... I actually like a lot of soy sauce, so yeah, that's fine. I like it saucy. Wonderful. I'm glad that Baylor was able to secure a case of soy sauce for me. I was uncertain how much to use for this preparation. Perhaps it did not require all 3 bottles. I think this man is inadvertently trying to poison me. The mushrooms we didn't have to worry about. It was the sauce. Yeah, but you know what? I like the flavoring of a mushroom, not a mushroom itself, so I feel like I could eat around it. I could, like, throw it into the fire. He wouldn't notice. Yeah, it was my ex, Baylor. It was a pleasure to share this repast with you. I've little experience playing the role of host, but thanks to you, I have learned much today. He's trying. A+ for effort. Would you care? I would love to. Yes. Oh my God, are we gonna smooch under a tree? Though to be fair, our breath right now between onion and mushrooms and soy sauce, that's stanky. Okay, what do you want to talk about? Are we already talking? Oh, he's playing for us! Let Mama finish her date, and then Mama will give you attention, okay? Thank you for coming today, Krista. I have thoroughly enjoyed spending this time together. Hee hee. There is a matter I've been meaning to discuss with you. Is how cute I am? It has been difficult at times adjusting to life in this form. It's a great form. Let me be the first to say. Do not misunderstand me. I do not regret my decision. Not in the least. The truth is, everything I thought I knew has changed. Not just my body, my mind and my heart have too. It may seem unthinkable given a dragon's long lifespan, but lately everything feels brand new. Every meal, every song, every emotion. There is a new dimension to all of it, as if I am experiencing them for the first time. I suppose it makes sense considering that I am now what I am trying to say, Krista, is that I do not always know how to put into words what I am feeling. No shit! Snowfy, hi! And I was hoping that you might be able to help me articulate it. Of course, I'll help you. Well, lately I have begun to feel an ache in my chest when I am alone for a time. Perhaps it is loneliness? Or you miss me. However, I find that I am reprieved of this pain whenever you come to visit me, Krista. It's love. It's love. Instead, I feel a great warmth in its place. I think it's because we have romantic feelings for each other. Send! I got it! I got it! Reach 8 hearts with a romanceable villager. I got the achievement. Romantic feelings? Yes. I believe that you are correct. It feels different in this form. He's blushing! Hook, line, and sinker, baby! I suppose that is why my heart beats faster when you are near. And a heat in my chest seems to rise like a breath of flame. To know that you feel the same way, it must be destiny. Not only that you would become my dragon sworn. Dragon sworn? Ah! But also my mate. Ah! We smooched! What a delightful sensation, the softness of your lips on mine. I should like to repeat it many times. Ah! For now, shall we head back inside? It is about time I prepared some tea. And dessert, of course. I love that I'm worried about the dessert and the potential tea. Dragonsorn is part of the mines. Oh, I love it. Wait, that was so cute, you guys. Okay, hold on. I have to teleport back and then I have to be a mom, but I don't know where Charlotte went. We did so good. He's so flippin' adorable, dude, right? Yeah, the cutscenes are great. And also the cutscenes in Moonlight Peaks, too, are really awesome. Oh, you're back? Honey bunny baby. Chat, do you want to see Charlotte for a minute? What are you doing? Why are you just sitting at the door? Oh, chat. Give me a second. Why do you look so pathetic? Oh. You want attention? What you doing today? I love you. Good baby. It's my girl. Amira, I'm so good. How are you, honey? You want to see the baby? Red, this is Charlotte. Can you believe she's 11? Like, this is a fresh puppy. You doing okay? You doing okay? I know. Oh, your breath is so stinky. You're so stinky. You want to leave? Okay. Oh. Mama has break time coming up. We'll take you outside again, okay? You bored? She's chomping on a plush donut right now. Yeah, Charlotte's been eating that onion soup. Oh. It's too early for PLT. She has to wait until 2, like when we get off stream. But I might give her a little something. She had 2 Cheez-Its last night. She was very lucky. I did. I birthed her so well. Can you believe I carried her for 9 months? Oh, we gotta set up our things. What do I... Oh, it's just decorative and blue. No, I don't want that. Where can I put my little bird fountain? That would be cute there. Wait, that's so cute. And look at the snow globe. Maybe I put this here. Turn on. Oh, y'all don't know. I love IRL snow globes. They're so magical to me. Well, damn, that was good. What a great creative day. Oh, you're welcome, Deanna. She is a pretty princess. We still talking about? What is it? Do you want me to take my break early? Do you have to go outside? Yeah. What else? Do you hear her? What else? Yeah? Okay. Chat, can I take my break early so that I can take Charlotte outside? Is that cool? She's like, Mom! Free me! I need to feel the warmth on my skin. Fur? I'm taking you. Hold on a second. Okay. Enjoy your words on stream. We'll be back in a few minutes, okay? I'm just going to take Charlotte outside. And then I carried Kubu for 4.5 months, and then Kip carried them the other 4. Exactly. Shubi, do you remember when I asked Kip when I was carrying Kubu? I was craving... They had to go to Canada for fettuccine Alfredo. Do you remember that? All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. I love y'all. Thanks again. BRB! All right, besties, we are back. Hi, everybody. Razel, hi. Hi, Swaz. Rick, Violet. Welcome back. I'll let y'all finish out this round. Then hopefully we continue dating Dragon Daddy. This has been the best day. I took Charlotte outside and I gave her 2 treats and I said, sweet girl, you gotta let mama date. This is how we make another puppy. So, B is fake. B is fake. Oh, my neck right now. Punt. What are you doing? I think she's mad at me. She went and she stayed in front of the stairs. Lauren, thanks for the stretch check. No, you're right. I needed it. I needed it. Oh. I just feel like the tension from my shoulders radiating up to my neck. I'm going to try and lean back in the chair a little bit. Also, Lauren, thanks for sending that stuff about September, too. Chat, we got September coming up. The end of September. And it's pretty much the same as last year. I get a little puckered because I'm waiting for the year it's going to be worse. But you get, like, additional gifted subs. They're doing something with bits this year for custom power-ups. And then you also save on multi-month subs. So when that gets closer, we'll talk about it. Shout out to our general rankers, level 12, Robert, M, and Razel. Nice job, you guys. Did you? Did you crack your back like a glow stick? Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're the last to know about it. I'm not even joking. We're the last to know about so many of these things. It's nice to be able to prepare because we'll probably stream more during that like week or so. Here she is. Yes. Don't we always, Taco? Don't we always? But it makes me feel a little bit better because there are so many wonderful, beautiful people that are in other various like programs on Twitch that also hear the last of it, including, you know, the teams that work on Twitch. So there it is. Hi, KW. Oh, did you? Did you, Red? Krista, good morning. Hi, Elsa. Oh my God, you look ravishing. I love your summer outfit. A little bird told me that you and someone named Caldaris have confessed your feelings for each other and have started dating. It's true. How wonderful. I'm so happy for you both. How do we get to Mayowage? I hope you don't mind my stopping by, but I thought that perhaps you could use some tips on dating to get you started. Yes. Keep in mind is that the timing is important. Everyone is busy with work during the week, so weekends are the best time to invite someone out on a date. Ah, okay. Saturday and Sunday. Keep in mind that you can only go on 1 date per week per partner. That's stupid. I want 1 date per day per partner. You were dating 2 people, you could go on a date with 1 person on Saturday, 1 on Sunday in the same week. I'm not here to judge, Krista. The only way to know if someone is right for you to spend more time with them. Okay. You can only marry 1 person. And as far as I know, you can't divorce right now, right? Okay. Yeah, per partner. They don't get mad at you for dating multiple people, but you can only marry 1 person. So it's better than Stardew. You won't be cornered in the bar for dating multiple people. Oh, that's wonderful, Rick. You get knots on your shoulders? Yeah, I get that. I feel like it's very common for a lot of people, too. You can, Paul, if you turn off the breakup letters. Oh, you can. Oh. Where to go on your dates? Yeah, tell me more. Date inspiration items that will inspire new date types when used. Okay, we got an in menu and a picnic set. Oh, a picnic basket. You will receive a photo card. Oh, a photo card? Place them in my home? That's amazing. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for cheering me on. Which is, it's kind of weird, though. Could you have your own love life? Yes. I want to see the date. I've never done this before. This is all new for me. You can date someone after choosing the romantic path in their 8-heart event, which we've already done. You're not limited to dating one person, but keep in mind that you will only be able to marry one. Once you are dating someone, you can ask them on a date on a Saturday or a Sunday. You can only go on one date per week per person that you are dating. If you date 2 people, you can invite someone. That sucks if you're dating like 6 people. Date inspiration items can be used to unlock new date types. They can be found from various activities and even sold by a certain vendor. So we got to make sure to visit him next Saturday. New kind of date. Cute. I want a whole room of just our cards. In a future update, when the heart cap is raised, dates will grant more heart points than gifting. They're going to raise it past 10, though? Oh, peaches and cream. Unlock date. Oh, the bathhouse date is bugged right now? Okay. Reminder to self not to do that one. Oh, I could for the spawner. No, you're right. You're right. It is? Okay. All right. Well, this is still good, though. Chat, we've made beautiful progress here. Oh, I'm getting a little lag. Do you see that? Ooh, you're being nasty. So you can still go on the date, and that registers, but it doesn't give the photo card. Okay. Have they mentioned when they're going to set that up? I just want to see if I can save, and we might restart the game. I hate the lag. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to restart the game, you guys, because we started encountering the lag. I've noticed that I get the lag after, like, 1 or 2 hours. Oh, there's an update right now. Holy shit. Speaking of, it's going by very, very quick. It's already installed, but I don't know what the update was. Oh shit! What if my mod stopped working again? Red, for sure. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. It was a pleasure meeting you. Please come back anytime, darling. Have a great rest of your day. Oh, it's a blank one. Okay. Can you imagine you go on a date with somebody, you take a photo and it's blank? What are you both, vampires? What is this? What is this? Okay. I guess we're fine. Nope, we're not. Motherfuck. Chat, we're modless. I feel so naked right now. I feel so naked right now. I knew it. I knew something was going to happen. So this happened to us during the last update too, where our mods broke, but it's not the other mods. It's the mods of Mistria installer. So please just keep that in mind. If y'all are playing today, you're probably going to have to wait for an update. It's all right. We'll make do. We'll make do right now. I don't really know if that fixed my lag. Still feels a little bit laggy. And I put all of these... No, I didn't do this at the museum yet. These other ones we can sell, though. Rick, thanks for the mod, love. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Oh, I missed a tomato. I am eventually going to need more money to try and get some of the expensive items from that other guy at the Saturday market. Damn, it's only Tuesday. Okay, you had your outside time. Sorry, I was trying to check on Charlotte again and she's snoozing in front of the stairs. Did we... Hold on. We haven't seen Kaldaris yet today, right? I didn't go and see him yet? I don't think so. I still have one dish for him. Oh my god, what is he going to say to us now that we're dating? This is so exciting. I love that he's a reader. We can kiss? Smooch me. Oh. I had a wonderful time with you, Krista. I look forward to having you over again soon. I'm right here. Smooch me. Thank you. Again. Thank you. One more. Thank you. I'm just a girl, chat. Okay, so this should be the last loved gift for him. I just want to double check. Yeah, I got them all. I got all the loved gifts. Now I just need the liked gifts, and I can't really... I could pull it up and see what we could work on for that, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get a lot of them because, again, it's not modded. Show. That's fine. We got to go to the museum anyway. It was fixed on Friday? Oh, the bathhouse? Awesome. Did they say what this update pushed out? Do we already have you? Nice. I have to go anyway to the museum. Today I was fixing a couple of things with a different Saturday vendor who you haven't unlocked yet. Okay, there's 2 more Saturday vendors that I haven't unlocked. I unlocked the first 2, but I still need 2 more. I don't know where the heck they're gonna be, though. We're running out of room at the Saturday market. I don't know if Adeline has thought about this. Are they just gonna be, like, going up? Watermelon, and this is gonna be probably for the deep woods again. Yep, so I need a pepper and... What is this? Is that a pickle? Yep, I need 1 more deep in woods insect set. Whatever these ones are. Are they bees? They go next to March and Ulrich's. Oh, good to make note of. Okay. It's been a few days, actually. Let me go to the dig site. Cucumber. Can I grow those? Have I been growing them? Ancient royal scepter. Island, you're everywhere, aren't you? I just got stuff to sell. I was close. I was close by saying pickle. Marigold is one of Cal's like gifts. Oh, good. Wait, did I also... Didn't I see marigold over here too? Yeah, that one grows by his house. Is it this one? Is this marigold? Yeah. Okay. I'll keep that for him then. Thanks, Lauren. Yeah, I wanted to see what else was on his like gifts to see if I have that or can make it. I feel so naked without our mods. Look at Baylor showing knee. What a whore. Can't believe I used to date him. I will. Thanks, babe. Yeah, I might just open it up on my end just to see what's in there. What is this? A chipped cup? Who wants that? Who wants a chipped cup and a rickety table? Not me. I want the finer things. I'm gonna sell all the other stuff. I love this. I'm so happy we bought that. Okay, I'm gonna pause this for a minute so that I can get the wiki up. Sorry, I have some Charlotte hair in my nose. Let's see. Tay, I love you. You're the finer things. How are you doing? All right, I'm gonna open this on another screen. Oh, man. Crab cakes, fish tacos. Golden cheesecake, golden cookies, ice cream sundae, incredibly hot pot, lobster roll, marigold, mushroom steak dinner, perch risotto, pumpkin pie, vegetable pot pie. I'm going to see what I can cook. I don't think I can cook any of these. I don't even think that I have the recipes for them. No sliced turnip. Tuna sashimi. Wait a minute. Peaches and cream. Strawberries and cream. Candied walnuts. This is all I can craft right now. That's crazy. Do I even have some of these unlocked? I need more. I wonder. I'm going to actually head back to the inn to see if there's other recipes I can buy. I think I bought them all, but I'm just going to go and see. How's your workday going? How's lunch going? I hope it's good. Where did I get the rainbow bookshelf? The rainbow bookshelf. Was that in my home? What section of my home? Pan-fried... Oh, wait. Fish... Hold on. Wait a minute. Was that on here? Lobster roll. Was there not a... Yeah, fish tacos is on here. All right, bought. Loaded baked potato, crayfish Mont Blanc, deluxe curry, wild berry scone, seafood boil. Okay, we got that one. I don't think he likes any drinks. Coconut cream pie, sweet potato, herb butter pasta, crab cakes. Crab cakes is actually on here. Rosemary garlic nudes. All right, good. So we've got the next 2 days set for him for liked gifts. Right? I would do crimes for a nice crab cake right now. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so then I don't even think... Do I have a crab? I might actually have a crab in my inventory. Let me see what it takes to craft it. Girl, put that away. Put your donuts away. Jams, snacks, salads and greens, soups and stews, main courses. Red snapper, lobster roll. Oh, no. Crab cakes. I need mayonnaise and I need flour. How do I make mayonnaise? I have eggs. Is there something that I didn't make? A thingy? How do I make mayonnaise? The mill. The mill. Okay. I have to bring it to the mill. I'm going. Thanks, pals. Dr. Cat, how are you doing? Buy the cherry furniture. I know that I got all of my furniture from the mod. The item spawner, but I can't remember what it's called. Premium honey. All right, now you're getting real fancy on me. Let me in. I just need one mayo, right? Oh, it pulls from my storage. Okay. Yeah, I was just going wild decorating, Deanna. Can I make flour from here? I could make flour, but I don't have the other stuff. But I can just purchase flour. Oh, I didn't turn this in either for the fish. Thank you. Nice. Ooh, a golden treasure box. What's the treasure? Money and a sesame tuna bowl. Was that on here? Says no. There's curry, beet soup. Lobster roll. No. Okay. Give me flour. Look at me, so proud holding this right now. I'm so sorry, but isn't it so good? I'm so glad that so many of us are back in our farm era. This is also kind of making me want to play Stardew again as well. Crab cakes. Nice. Yeah, right? This set, I think, yeah, it was part of the cherry set, and I think the flooring was part of the spring set. Oh, are you talking about this, honey? This one? This one right here? Let me see. It's listed as something like, this was like a yarn bowl, and this was fabric something. It's like, yeah, it's like fabric something. All right, now we've got 3. I can put the rest of my little eggies away. Pickaxe. Oh, yeah, let me do that. Okay, craft fabric rack. It's called the craft fabric rack. I was right about fabric. Not right about the rack. Rack. Oh, that's silly. All right, we're good for the next day. I want to get us to our first date. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. By the time stream has to end. Oh, yes. Me too. It's so cute. Hi, Raving Pyro. So unfortunately, the update today broke the mods, but those are the mods that I have been using. I have to wait for mods of Mistria installer to be updated. Salted watermelon. That sounds delicious. I wish these actually helped me with Caldora's, but that's fine. I won't say a word. Listen, at least we're still rich so I can buy things if needed. I didn't either. There must have been a hot fix because the one last week ended up breaking the mods. Let me pause it really fast. I am going to share this. If you play Fields of Mistria, this is going to come in very handy. And this is the unofficial Fields of Mistria Discord. Okay. How do I invite? Oh, it's hidden because me. All right, hold on. Here you go. Okay, this is how you join it. This is where there are server updates, game updates. This is unofficial. This is run by people that love the game. Okay, this is where all of the mod stuff is. This is where all of it is. Let me see. Game updates. That just went out today. We had the 1.0.4 patch. High priority bug fixes. There was a lot of issues with Stillwell's quest objectives. I haven't gotten there yet, so I don't know what that is. The server itself has not updated things yet. So let me see. Server suggestions, emoji suggestions. I was just trying to see if like the modding section has been updated. No, I don't see anything right now. Hi, Spoopy. Welcome on in. I know. I even said to chat, I'm like, oh man, I hope this didn't like break the mods. And then of course I looked and I'm like, oh, it did. It did. So we're doing our best without, you know, being able to use some things right now. Tay, take care. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Scattered, Tay. Hello. How are you, honey? A cake made out of crab. What a clever combination. Thank you, Krista. You're so welcome, babe. An interesting encounter. Juniper. You gave her a hint before you could help yourself? Oh. Her scream disturbed every bird in the deep woods. Every bird and one dragon. He looked so depressed. That's really funny. I want to see if I can catch the other little bug that we need in here too. Hi, Spoopy. How are you doing today? Welcome on in. Lovely to meet ya. We got our walnut. I could use my horse, but I want to make sure we're not missing anything. If y'all see anything flying, you let me know. Pretty sure I already have that. The butterfly we already have. Yeah, the thing that we need, it looks like bees or something. Uh. Guess that's it. Oh, the evening? Yeah, because we've just been getting our stuff done early and then just sleeping to the next day. I'm having a great day. Thanks for asking. I could always use more caffeine, but I feel like that's just being an adult now. You know what I mean? I think well-rested is more of a state of mind. I don't think it's an actual physical feeling. Am I right or am I right, chat? Okay. Now, did I water these? Is this watered? It is, right? Because it's dark. It's dark and it's cold and it's damp. Yeah, thanks for feeding Lauren the Cheez-It and all the rest of the mods. Am I right? I knew it. I knew it. Oh, really? And you're just exhausted. I get it. I get it. Hey, you're a rock star. Don't forget that. But yeah, we're going to have to wait for the mods of Mistria installer to be updated, unfortunately. I'm like, we just had this on Friday. Stop it. What are we doing? Because we've had other updates that don't break the mods. So I'm just like, man, to have the two back to back, what's going on? Moonwitch, come here. Come here. Can we share a Cheez-It together? Fiona, hello, darling. All right, we're at Thursday. Oh, we got something in our mail. We just got a letter. Assigned to do more house chores. Spirit mushroom tea. See, I would take that as a sign to be like, well, I guess I'm not supposed to be on my computer. Maybe it's time for a snack. I did all of my chores this morning so that I could adult later. And by that, I mean record. Ooh, we got all of these today. Ooh. I'm going to plant more of these eventually. But like I said, I want to really try and get us to our first official date with Caldaris. So we're going to continue to go a little bit fast today. Yeah, or I could do more knitting. Hey! I do crocheting. How long you been knitting for? That's awesome. A Cheez-It has more than one corner to share. Oh my god, can we Lady and the Tramp a Cheez-It? See, in theory, that sounds really cute, but it's so small. We would need like one of those Taco Bell huge Cheez-Its. It makes more logical sense. You know? Hi, Savvy. I'm so sorry, honey. How are you doing right now? We're really happy to see you today. Do you have the thing with the Miss Mirror if you're on the horse that harvests stuff for you? I don't think I unlocked that yet. But now I can with the Essence Stone. You've just changed my life. Because I've been grinding out things in the game that I didn't have to. Come here. Could you smooch me? Thank you. I've become quite grateful to this form and stature. Now I may admire you as I please and touch you without fear of doing harm. Well, babe, you just told me that you want to do something about those claws. So maybe, did you handle that? While adapting to this form has had its challenges, that alone has made it worthwhile. You're welcome. I see that spicing and marination adds much to this dish. Aw, yeah, baby. We got 2 of his like gifts now. You can't see it behind my camera, but we got the crab cakes and the fish tacos, so that's good. I have some things I have to select. This is going to be a great wedding dress. Whenever we finally propose. Well, I'm glad that you sought solace with us. Are you doing anything lovely for lunch today? Is it too late for you for lunch? He's making you change your... Okay, but to be fair, I saw Hayden Wait, does it actually show on here their summer outfits? I think it does, right? Ah. All right, but what I will say is you can see that it's cut off here. That man's arms should be illegal. I audibly gasped when we saw what he looked like for his summer outfit. Wah! Anyway, I'm being so normal right now. Okay, we have to. We have 30 minutes left of stream. We have to get to our date. I'm going to forget about the animals the next 2 days. They'll be fine inside. They'll be fine. Well, one of the other playthroughs, it was the other one that we started on stream. No, that was Baylor. I have another playthrough where I'm dating March. And then I was like, well, I still want to date Jupiter. I think I'm going to have 4 playthroughs. You can only marry one person. Yeah, well, kiss my butt. Me too, Fiona. Me too. It's really helpful. You know? He is, but you know, I love that enemies to lovers. Yeah. I love me a good pair of buff arms. Spoopy. We already love you in here. I knew we'd get along great, but this even solidifies it. Also, hold on. Is that Lexi's? It is! Dude, any friend of Lexi is a friend of ours in here. Lexi and I go way back. I've known Lexi for so freaking long. I just texted her again last week. I love seeing pals use other emotes because I'm like, okay, you know the vibe. You know the vibe and you know a friend. This is even better. I'll take 1 marigold because we only need 1 for him. Oh, Lexi is great. Lexi is great. She's so fun. Lauren, thank you. Yeah, that's what he looks like. Isn't it beautiful? Come here. I'm trying to smooch you. Come here. Come, where you go? Man's running away from me. Stop it. I would. I'd introduce you to all my friends. Oh. And I believe that understanding how others embrace you would teach me much of your heart. Ah! Come here. Come here. A marigold. They're so bright, optimistic, and resilient. Much like yourself. Ah! Do not cry over a video game. You do this too often. Brother! These writers, man. Oh my God. They've got my heart in the palm of their hand. I need them to calm down a little bit, please. Oh, yeah! I know the kids and my mama ain't raised. Exactly, baby! Mama ain't raised no quitter. I'm proud of you. You're staying strong. Fucking badass if I ever met one. Hell yeah. You know what brings me a lot of delight, chat, is that every single cozy game that we play, all the peaches look like little butts. It's a nice constant in this ever-changing world, you know? Have you? God. All I do is cry over fictional characters. And I do this to myself. I do this to myself. I feel so deeply, especially with the games and the stories and whatever that I really like, that I feel like sometimes it's happening to me, or that I don't know if I should go as far as it's happening to me, but my body reacts in the same manner. Like if a character will die in a book or something, I grieve that character for days. Oh, we were so close. It's date day! And Silent's birthday, but we don't care about that. I'm not going to bother going to the Saturday vendors. Well, actually, I might see if I can pick up some recipes. Willie, hi! Willie, how's your hump day? How are you doing? How's Wednesday going? I probably can't do that damn cooking challenge, though, because I don't have my mod for it. Do you have stuff over here that I can buy? Oh, jasmine tea lemonade. Is it just teas? Spicy cheddar biscuit, oh, wait, pumpkin. I think pumpkin pie is on his list. It is. Pumpkin pie. All right, we're grabbing that cherry cobbler mocha, iced coffee, chocolate cake? There's a cake. Hold on. No, cheesecake? No, it is. Chocolate cake is also. Mm-hmm. All right, good. All right, we got 2 more recipes for him. This is very good. This is very good. It's actually happening to you, right? Well, it's funny. I could do a horror game, no problem, but I can't physically do... I can't do a walkthrough haunted house. That freaks me out. Oh, I don't want to talk with you. Hold on. There we go. A crystal berry pie? We can't get it done today. There's no way. There's no way. Oh, here's the date stuff. 100,000 for bath soap? Chat, would you ever take your partner to the bathhouse? It just seems like a weird date to me. I think I'm going to do like a picnic first. I've been there, done that, Willie. You know? You know. Anyway. Or it can hurt you and haunt you. I get that. I totally get that. Yeah. But I feel what you mean though, Rick. I have an easier time playing scary games when y'all are with me, even though I know you're not physically with me, but you're talking in chat. It's very comforting to me. Oh, there you are. Okay. Invite on date. Oh, there's more. Unknown in Deep Woods. Let's do a picnic. A picnic. I'm afraid I'm not familiar with the term. Oh, a meal shared out in nature? That you prepared in advance and brought here in that little basket? What is this feeling? How unbearably charming! Thanks. I feel a strange urge to just pick you up and hold you. Oh, but perhaps that would not be no, pick me up! If this man does not put his claws on me. Oh, cute! See, we're getting him like a little bit out of his comfort zone. And then we could go to the bathhouse. Oh, we smooched. I think this was a great success, chat. Picnic date photo and Mont Blanc. Oh, cool. Okay, so I think that you might receive some loved gifts by going out on dates with them. Look at us. That's cute. That's a great photo. Wait. Ooh, gathering basket so we can bring that over. Mont Blanc, we're going to sell that. I don't want to do anything bad with that. I'm going to keep that damn photo of my man. Listen here, if you do not pick me up, I will be depressed. Read the room. I've been plotting for a long time to get with you. I didn't know he was going to look this good, though. I did know that he was going to transform at some point. I think this was like several updates ago, before 1.0. It might have honestly been in early access, but I wasn't. I was nowhere near that then. Do. All right. So we've done our date. I'm going to stow some things, and I got to find a place for the Polaroid. I feel like I'm running out of wall space. I could just do like a whole date room, but I don't really have... See, I need my item spawner. Could I put it up over here, or is it gonna interact with the lights? Let me see. Damn it. Oh, wait, this side? Ah. Yay! Okay, that looks good. Yeah, and then I have 2 other rooms. I don't know if I'm at max, though. I don't think I'm at max with my house yet. But I have 2 smaller rooms. They give you things for kitchen and bathroom items too, but I've kind of combined everything into one room. Do you like it? Thank you. You know what we could do? I think I'm going to try and get some more seeds. Oh, I didn't even get this stuff. We got money, and I'll pick up some more quests, iron and silver. All right, good. Oh, God, we need a lot of seeds. Harvested once, 9. This might honestly be, well, actually, hold on. It's 20. How many days do we have in the month? Is it 30? It's 30, right? Okay, I'm going to do 60 of the watermelon seeds, and then I can just plant them and forget about it. Then we'll be right at the end of the month. So that'll be perfect. I'm so excited to see fall. I haven't seen fall yet in this game. Like, that's genuinely going to be so exciting. I already have a feeling it's going to be my favorite. I might have bought too many seeds, Chad. Oh, no. And then at the end of this, we can just water with our magic. Very nice. Very good. I would say, like, the last 2 years, I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh, I didn't buy enough. God damn it. Do I have other seeds? I might have to go back. Do I have other seeds? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? All right, I'll buy 9 more. The last couple of autumns, I have been in more of an autumnal mood versus Halloween mood. Do you understand what I mean? Like the distinction? And up until that point, I would always get in a Halloween mood, not an autumnal mood. I don't know what changed. You can charge. Oh, you can, Violet. Oh my God, huge. Thank you. Let me see if I can do that when we get back. Why don't you start the birthday gifts in the fall and go from fall to fall? That honestly would be so much better, because otherwise I'm wasting so much time, right? All right, hold on. Let me see. Oh, wait. My charge is T. It's not working for me. Because it's telling me to plant it with the same. I did something wrong there. Maybe. But I like Valentine's for the same for that reason, because it is commercial. Yeah, maybe I'm just looking for more cozy than scares now. Like, life is scary enough. I just want to be nice and calm. I might have to, Violet. I might have to. Here, let me show you what I've got. So I'm level 60 for all my skills, but I'm not maxed out for the essence purposes. Let me see. Living off the land. Ah, there we go. Superb sower, I need 100. So it's the second one under tier 3. Sick. I'll try and see if I can unlock that next. I think that'll be super helpful. Thank you, sweetheart. Exactly. I think it is M. And that's not to say that I don't like the occasional scary movie, which, by the way, in September, we're going to be watching Obsession together, and I can't wait for that. But I used to love being surrounded by the horrors until, you know, you were surrounded by the horrors of IRL stuff, right? Triple E, thank you so much for gifting us up to Future Friendly Ghost. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Triple E, do you know what you've done? Do you know what you've done? You actually just helped us do another giveaway. So I hope y'all are ready. I'm going to come over here for a minute. Let me get the giveaway up and running, okay? We're going to do a sticker giveaway. Uh-oh. Are we still live? Are we okay? All right. Sorry, my internet, like, pooped out for a second. Okay. Exclamation point enter. Hi, Parrot. Welcome. Exclamation point enter. We're going to be giving away one of our Feral Friday stickers. Must be following me. Open internationally. Open to subs and non-subs. Must be comfy giving me your address in a Google form. I swear I can speak. I swear I can. I'm going to feed you so soon. You got to be quiet. You got to be a good baby for me, okay? Thanks, Almighty. Technically a duck, but any animal you choose, it could become that. Thank you, guys. Hi, Emma. Yeah, Josette's like, get out of my way, baby. Also, mods, if you want in on this, please, please, please get in. Moonwitch and Almighty, I'm going to keep you in here, okay? Oh, my God. Parrot, thank you. I got excited seeing you moan a bit and I choked on my saliva. Hi, Gamby. Adele, hello. Hi, besties. I'm fine. Don't look at me like that. You act like I never feed you. Who gave you 2 treats before on Mama's last break? Yeah. Now you're doing your little stompies. Okay, can Mama finish? Can Mama do the giveaway first? This girl. Who? Last call, exclamation point enter. You're pathetic, you know that? You break me down. How am I supposed to be strong? Oh, hell yeah, Parrot. I love that. I love it. Lady Lily, hi. All right, we're going to roll, okay? Our winner is Adele. Adele 19, congratulations. At your earliest convenience, fill out the form and I'll get that sent out to you this weekend. Congratulations, congratulations. Yay! Awesome. Chat, many more where those are coming from, don't worry. Like I said, any iteration of our daily goals, we give them away. I'm sure I'll be doing something special for September coming up, then the holidays. So if you're like, Violet, oh my God, I really want a sticker, just hang out and chat. Something tells me you will probably get one soon, okay? Drew, thank you, honey. All right, chat. Charlotte is being a baby and needs to be fed, so I'm going to wrap her up for today. Let me just save, okay? And I'll keep y'all updated in Discord if Mods of Mistria gets updated, because I know that's super important for all of us, for I shouldn't say all of us, for the majority of us for playing this game. Thank you so much for hanging out today, you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all of the lurks. Thank you for, we had some beautiful first-time chatters today. Thank you for the bits, and thank you for the subbies. If you're out there in Lurkland, we do have anonymous follows on, so feel free to follow the stream if you've been enjoying the vibes. As a reminder, in Discord tonight, everybody is welcome. We are doing a Discord hangout. Cameras encouraged but not required. That's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So, like, I can't math right now. Give or take 5 hours from now to the hour. So I'll be in there. I'm going to read and probably work on my friend's baby blanket tonight. Next stream will be on Friday. So this is what I'm going to do. We've had shorter streams this week. I know. I'm so sorry. We'll do a 4-hour stream, 4-hour banger. We'll do some Fields of Mistria, but also for Feral Friday, we'll do some Water Park Simulator with Twitch integration. It'll be a great day. All right? Thanks for hanging out. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, listen, we didn't raid on Monday, so let's send a raid out, okay? Raid 1 in the chat for our beautiful followers. Raid 2 in the chat for our beautiful subbies. I'm going to raid and run, so I'm going to drop you off, and then I'm going to go eat, okay? Let me see who I can bring us over to. Y'all were just talking about Disney Dreamlight Valley. Let's go see my sweet baby. I think a lot of you might know her in here. Jenny? We're going to go see Jenny. Jenny is having a little dance party right now, but is playing Disney Dreamlight Valley, doing some Dream Snap stuff. It'll be a lot of fun. So I'm going to drop you off over there, okay? Thank you! Have a great day, chat. Be good and kind to yourselves and each other, and I will see you on Friday. Take care. Bye! Be good babies. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, which... it gets worse and worse each day, okay? So, all right, goodbye.